times to build something really sustainable. Work on your...
It's week 8 of the NFL. We've got J.K. Dobbins. He had a great week to build off of last time out, reaching triple digits and adding 2 touchdowns. It's the Ravens and the Pats, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 23.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the New England Patriots and the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Patriots, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And he is, without any question at all, the focal point of this offense. Had an unbelievable game running the football last time out. We're not just talking about little scampers here and there for 5 or 10 yards. We're talking about big, long, explosive field-flipping runs. And that's something this defense is well aware of.
Jackson looking to throw right away. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 33 yards that time.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's the option, running right, and they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The Patriots going with a dime package here. 2 extra defensive backs on 3rd. Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the 1st. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And deep to return it is Marcus Jones. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 20 carries, 74 yards.
They put a lot of effort into game playing and establishing this ground game last week, and reward was a nice day rushing the ball. Helped them put a balanced offense out on the field. And that carry is an indicator that this ground game wants to be established again this week.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Throwing Jones. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Oh, he bowls over him. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore Raven offense returns, and we see wide receiver Rashad Bateman. They'll start by running the option to the right. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
To throw is Jackson. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Christian Barmore getting in there to drop him.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll set up to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Odafe Oweh showing off the pass rush skills. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. You got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. His throw incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Jones. He'll let this go deep for Bourne. And this is incomplete. It looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 30. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard. I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They give them 27 yards on the third down conversion.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. He finds his man complete. That's Garza. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down. Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll run with Dobbins. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Jackson going to run. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with a touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened them up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. New England trying to get to place on offense. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. On 2nd down, this is Harris. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run again with Harris. And he's going to have a Patriots first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last two possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Meanwhile, Jones' throw into the hands of Henry here. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Now a give, running left is Harris. And he'll go down at the 28. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Jones. And this is going to be incomplete. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Jones. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop it well short.
The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And what a nice example there of the tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
It'll be a 9-yard gain that time, but it'll also be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Jackson now. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Garza. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his 2nd touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talents. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. New England's offense set to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Jones throw there complete to Myers.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. And this one is incomplete. New England on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins.
And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Patriots take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Taken down at the 42. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Jones. And caught by Henry. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Now Jones on 1st down. That one's complete to Tomlinson. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Back to throw. Jones. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we got 3rd down tackles. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And his kick is indeed good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So that, Charles, a season long, and since he's a rookie, I guess we can go ahead and call that a career long as well.
I love how you put that together because, you know, as everyone at home was saying, okay, has to be career, right, since he's a rookie. Well done by you, but I definitely like what I've seen from him so far this year. Very distinguished college career. He's looking right at home here in the NFL.
Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing is Jackson. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Now is a punter, Jordan Stout. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
Running back Damian Harris and the Patriots ready to go on their next drive here.
Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too? Because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now 2nd and 11 from the 32.
Off the play fake. Jones. Open man here, the tight end Henry. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Operating from the gun, Jones. Open man, the tight end Henry. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 34-yard line. Starting to rack up the yardage here in this first half. 5 catches now and a first down. Looking to throw. Jones buying time to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jones. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 14. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Back to throw again. Complete. It's Henry. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
They'll look to throw again. Touchdown! Jacoby Myers from 3 yards out. And the Patriots have cut the lead back down to 2.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And it was all capped off by Jacoby Myers on the touchdown reception. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. From the 24, Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Jackson. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 47 yards. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And a little floater there is incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson steps away to his left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Tucker's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. Jones, a final shot before break. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the 2nd half in Week 8 in the NFL. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. With the Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. And, Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the 2nd half?
But paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
Throwing, Jones. On the move to his left.
Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And he will have a Patriots first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
3rd and short, and they decided not to run for it, and he's able to escape the pressure, finds a clear throwing lane outside the pocket, gets the completion, and picks up the first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Jones. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 30. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Jones now on 1st and 10. This one to Bourne out on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Harris running straight ahead, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
Back-to-back running plays, putting them in negative territory. What can they do coming up on 3rd and 15? Back to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that'll bring him back within a point.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run right on the option. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against him throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On 2nd down and 4, Jones. He finds his man, complete. That's Bailey. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 9, Jones. Open man is Myers. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
Straight ahead is Hall.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
A 3rd quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Jones.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? Like any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Don't forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and that'll keep this a 1-point game. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. From just shy of midfield, Jackson. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. We're in Baltimore, third quarter action, 2nd and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Here's Jackson to throw. This is caught, it's Boyd. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 21 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 4. Jackson now. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
To me, this is a case of if you're not getting the ball, you've got to do your job and block for the guy who is, because there really wasn't much there. And, boy, the defense took advantage with that loss.
And the defense, they were just locked in there on 3rd. They had more guys than they could block. Tucker's kick is good. And they add on and get a little bit of a cushion. It's 20-16 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. New England trying to get a place on offense. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send down the field goal unit and then tonight and see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Now Jones throwing on 1st down. This pass out wide to Hall. Looking to throw again on second down. Jones. And this one is going to be off the mark. Too far out in front. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Hall on a give up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try the right side with Harris. And not much running room. Down to the 32. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Jones. Got the connection here to Bourne. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 20-yard line. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That one's complete to Tomlinson. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. On the give, this is Harris. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They run for it with Harris, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down, and the Ravens are going to get the football back.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
Throwing is Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Boyd. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
That'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. A gain of 3, second down. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he stopped immediately there. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. A hit as he throws there. Incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know If they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So the Patriots coming out now. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. From the 24, Jones. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. And this will be taken at the 13. And he's out right at the 25. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Jackson to throw. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another run here with Dobbins. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Throwing now is Jackson. That's going to be caught by Samuel. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Jones picked by a familiar face, his Bama teammate Jalen Davis.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Ravens,
the victory means they'll up their mark to 5-3 on the year.
And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for New England, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals.